Oh, we have a map now. We can fast travel. There's supposed to be a thing there. That must be where the guy died, but there's no Ferris wheel there, right? They're not even close. Who to speak to about the tattoos? I don't know, man. It's almost nighttime though. Yeah, that light's not working. I kind of travel to church. An idea. Kim actually comes back. I think he comes back. He said he would meet us tomorrow outside the shack.
Yes, what is it?
Why can't I give her this?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in...
Why can't I give her the thing? I reckon it might... Hang on. I think it's back to that dialogue thing we were talking about earlier.
Yes, what is it? I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I'm working.
The machine seems almost...
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point? I really need to focus on something.
Great.
Okay, hang on.
The swallow, you mean? What about it?
You said the recent... Wait.
Because it's just trial and I don't have a... You know what? Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated. Great.
I don't know.
Thanks.
That one's reached an end. There was an option at some stage to do something for her, but whatever reason, that's not available. It's not sure. I think we even clicked that one. Not. I think we've effectively done nothing today.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
Need to roll a 20. Yeah, that's not happening. Well, that's true. We did that world-class performance. Man with that head, it was brought to tears of joy. A long day, yeah, really drawn out. Speak to dude, tell him I couldn't get anyone to help me. Have you got more ideas, dude?
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCA.
Oh, that's not very helpful, dude. Like, that's the opposite of very helpful. There's not that many actual characters, is there? Like down here, you've got the lady and the fisher and the old washerwoman and the 3 kids, and then the 3 drunks, and the girl in the church, and the speed wannabe club owners, the 4 of them. Random money spawn. I had to call out a workout for the day after Panz performance.
Hello again.
Man. We're not going to be in sync with dude.
Huh? I see you're here again. Off-sign, man. Don't think so. Big bad frequencies are extremely negative. Thought suppression, dream implantation, memory revision. Pretty out there stuff. Not sure I want to get involved with it.
There is fear there, but also curiosity.
Besides, our own signs aren't even...
He'll help us if we get him in the church, but we can't get him into the church because the lady won't compromise, even though she's staying because of some Wayfarers Act that says people are allowed to be in public place, but we can't convince her to let them be in public place under the same act. So those ones are pretty much locked off. What do we have? We just don't have anything left. I need to do enough to pass time so we can have Kim back in the morning. But then what do we do with Kim? Like, let's go see Everett again. So the other option is maybe the signatures has to be done. You don't actually get a choice in it. You have to get the drunks to sign it, or actually get the other people to sign it over. Instead of just, no, I didn't do anything yet. save the day, maybe. Kim really keeps you grounded. Nice. It's pretty cool. Except when he gives you his gun so that you can shoot the corpse in the chest. Don't I think he'll come with some lead from the coroner? Maybe. It's just been awkward. Like, 'cause the whole time doesn't pass unless you interact with stuff. Or there is the option to just go. The other option we could have done was there's a bench that you can pass an hour by. And we could have just gone and just kept clicking that 1 hour until it got late enough to sleep. This is not a fishing rod, is it? It's...
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time,
Oh, we
since
can just
you've
lie
already
down.
sat on that chair.
I mailed the signatures you asked me to get.
No, you didn't. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet.
Huh. Well, you know what we're going to do then.
Just like I know you'll get it done. Once you stop horsing around, let me know when it's done.
You mean the fishing village?
Yes, by all means, Harry.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the load options. Quick save for an hour and a half ago. I don't think so. Alright, let's save up before I realize. I'm pretty sure there was an auto save somewhere in the last hour and a half. Yeah, that weird part of any game where devs force you to explore. Yeah. In a game like this too, there's usually like at least one section that is in every playthrough you must do this thing. Right? And sometimes there's multiple ways of doing it with different stats, which I'd like to think that is what happens with this game, because there's a whole bunch of different paths you can take. Or there's like two paths you can take, and either you can or you can't do it. Where's the mailbox? I played somewhere you've had to do one specific thing at at certain points along the way, and like everything else is meaningless. I think it doesn't feel like that'll happen here, but kind of. There's the mailbox.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, but the documents inside the envelope still lack the required. It's not going to be that easy. Everard wants you to dirty your hands getting these signatures, and he will quickly find out if you just mail.
Yeah, but that's what I want to do, though.
But the documents inside the envelopes,
Just
it's
do
not
it.
going to be that easy. Everard wants you to dirty your hands. There is a hollow ring as you kick the box. It sounds like it's mostly empty. Your toe hurts. Your toe has suffered damage. It
Okay.
hurts.
Now put the
But
mouth
the
thing in.
documents inside there, it's not going to be that easy. Everard wants you to dirty your hands, getting
Right,
these
so this is the
signatures,
force you to
and he
do
will
something
quickly
quest.
find out if
We
you
were just talking
know.
about this, where the game forces you to do something. So we have a main, what seems to be the equivalent of a main quest versus side quest, which is get 2 signatures for Everett. I don't want to get her signatures, but the other option is forge the signatures. But I don't want to do that either. It's like you don't have a choice though. It's like just do it.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
I think it'd be fun to do a total brawler run. I think it could be too. But I think you'll end up still having to do some of the things that have nothing to do with being a brawler. Like this position with these signatures makes no sense. Like so let's try to take the best position that will RP for us the best we can. Which we don't want. If the game says you have to do one of these 2 things, like the 2 choices you have to do, it's like getting a quest where the dude says, this is your choices, just do it, take it or leave it. We either get the real signatures, which will get them evicted, we get the fake signatures, which I don't know what that'll lead to doing. But at least then maybe we can, you know, live with ourselves the fact that we didn't screw over these people. Unless it screws them over inadvertently, in which case then we can just say that's the Dep's fault. So we'll get these guys to forge the signatures for us. Yeah, and Kim won't be there. I think Kim was fine with us having the forged signatures anyway.
Tequila Sunset.
Could you and your pal sign this document for me?
What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it.
Got this blue pen.
All right.
I need at least 2 signatures.
Hey, Abs. Hey, Abs.
Don't you? You cool, have a go.
I need you to sign this document right here. It's important.
Don't call her.
No, he signs it.
Don't call Abaquao. Great job, Abs. Nailed it.
Can I have the pen back too?
Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman. And as a businessman, I am going to keep the pen. For my trouble.
I'm going to punch you in the face.
No, that was my favorite thing of all the things you have. My favorite is the gun he lost.
No, I don't have a pen. I can't give it back to Kim.
Hey, guys. We're heroes.
About fucking time, man. I've done my duty.
Don't call Abigail.
Anything else this merry band of adventurers can do for you? Or do you need to go and mail that serious-looking document of yours? I think I saw a mailbox near the plaza. Okay,
A few more
what's
questions
on
like,
your
can I have my
mind?
pen back? No, I don't want that stuff.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Ah. Alright. Alright, fast travel. Alright, so maybe if I run up here I can fast travel, right? What's that? Fast travel's so weird. Sorry about my pen. Thanks, man.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes,
I knew I'd
other
get to use
than
the mailbox
developing
for
a
something.
personal relationship.
Yeah.
You drop the white envelope. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slut Everard. You know he's going to play you.
Yeah, but it makes no sense. We couldn't have just put the blank one in the mail. Okay, so we have an autosave. It just autosaved then, right? But we walked up here before to go see Everett, right? And I thought, oh, you know what I'll do? Is I'll load up, so that I don't have to run all the way back, since we didn't get anything out of seeing him. I'll load up the previous autosave. And I'm like, oh wow, previous autosave was like 2.5 hours ago. And I haven't been quick saving because I'm an idiot, right? And then we just run up through that spot and it just autosaved for no reason. It's... but the writing's really good though. Alright, Everett. I got the signatures.
Mr. Dubois, the Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this.
Yeah, but did you know they're fake signatures?
My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a bright future, and you've proven yourself someone I can trust. Someone I can really do business with.
Good.
You're in my inner circle. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're
Fair.
in. You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
Okay. The signatures I got. I know you plan to force them out with construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, Let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed because I help you.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, Harry. We are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Yeah, and life. No, I know you're a man of the people.
And I knew you were one too,
Kappa.
Harry. Right when you rolled into town. I've got the centre, I've got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years I'll get the church too. The wheels are turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that. But will there be giant statues of the Clare brothers towering above it all? Joyce knew he was up to something.
Yeah, you got my vote.
Oh, I do, Harry. I really do. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier with that vote of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Did you order the hanged man killed?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What did you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
But yeah, but what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Harry. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war.
Right.
Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
What are you talking about? He swears every other paragraph. Is that why you haven't let Joyce in here?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Right.
Actually, no, it's not.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start.
Okay.
It's already happening.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
No.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbour?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Yeah, you can't possibly hope to continue like you have. Clients will leave en masse.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
What are we talking about here, dude?
Haven't you seen the crates outside, Harry? There's all sorts of fun stuff inside them. I mean, heck, this one has you, me, and my novelty swordfish clock.
Did he just deflate slightly? Was there something he wanted you to ask about? Maybe you should come back if you learn something relevant and ask again. You should definitely come back here and ask again if you learn more about the Union's dealings. There's something he's not telling you.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me.
You bastard.
Your gun is with an old woman. I hear she's a character, so watch out.
What?
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
The Pigs, alright. Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Alright, that's in like 40 minutes.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debardeurs Union.
No.
This has been so great.
More questions
I'm
about the
always
harbour?
happy to educate. Very nice, Harry. Is there...
Oh, yeah, right. You're a jerk. Oh, we got a point to spend, though. I'm gonna build up that encyclopedia. And we get 10% experience, 10% of a level every time we hit some encyclopedia. Like, it's probably given us, I don't know, I can't even imagine how much. And it gives us $2 as well every time. And we've got up to, we're at over 100 and we've been spending money. Like 40 hits. Plus the rest. I think at least 5 levels we've gotten off there. Might have just enough time to quickly get our gun. And then see if that opens up anything. there a bench? Where was the bench? There. Sit down for an hour.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of... You finally stop.
Finally stop picking your nose. Nice. Alright. This lady at the boardwalks. Hello. Where is this person? Walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Did we not do that well enough? Fast travel yet? She might be able to just find it down here then. I mean, on the boardwalks. Oh, she's here now.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Raise your hands.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket.
Fear the threat! Fear the threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
I wasn't taking anything out of my pocket.
Get on the ground! I want you on the pavement right now! This is the pigs! Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do. This is dangerous. You're 70% certain you always leave your gun loaded.
Huh. Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's a goddamn police shitbag. Off the pavement. You're under arrest.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
You're not the police. I am the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Start calling out the guy name and rank.
No. Oh, no. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth.
Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has nothing to do with what's
Okay,
happening.
so now we can pretend to be a partner. What's the situation?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
So we're being a police officer and helping her with the investigation into us, who is impersonating a police officer.
Does she not believe you're actually a police officer?
I'm a cop. Look at my badge.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Sector! Azimuth!
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing! Eyewitness report compromised!
Not right now.
Confined quarters! Assailant coming at me!
Click.
Split-second decision! Farewell!
Oh my god. Oh, I see. Okay, the gun was empty. All is good. You're fine.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police don't always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun. Right now. This might be your own.
Pick up the gun.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
This limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is grinding to a halt. Tired of walking the desert. It doesn't want to feel or think anymore. Okay, you need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
I'm very sorry how life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What are we going to do with you?
The catatonic woman, especially now that she's unarmed, doesn't seem to be a threat to anyone but herself.
Titus wants to be sheriff. I'll tell him where to find you. Maybe he knows your family.
Please leave the radio on.
Yeah.
Mr.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless, Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them? Do.
Pick up the cap?
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Confiscate the narcotics.
You take the vial of Pyrrolidon and the bottle of speed as evidence, obviously.
Evidence.
She didn't consume them. She didn't look high. She confiscated them, a little like you are doing now.
Leave it be. Alright, well, we've got a gun, which is great. We have a point. No. Oh, we get an authority. I'm guessing the game tries to give you enough points with Titus, so you have to roll an authority figure against, roll against him to go forward. Is that necessarily a bad thing? I wonder if that is the bottleneck, if it's Titus's authority roll. And I wonder what happens if you end up with so little points in authority through a build and you miss the roll and you don't put points in it and you lock it out and you do everything else, if the game just bricks and leaves you walking around for countless hours. No, there has to be another one. These guys have sort of planned too much stuff on multiple pathways to have a singular choke point.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
An old Cantoni lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
If you want to be local law enforcement, these kind of things fall on your shoulders.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Courong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
Nope, she didn't have anything in mind.
No? Well, whatever then, copper.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
Thanks for helping out on this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Hey, because we've got a standard we'll all die, we get a +1. Yeah, this is the choke point. Okay. Where you have to pass this roll against Titus, and I'm almost curious if it's a guarantee. It's I don't know. Like, we can get more points to raise that, but it'd be really funny if you came in and you tried it and it failed, and then you added a point. It still, because I think you get a minus for missing every time you put one in there. Or eventually you just keep leveling up and putting authority in there. But if you're playing as an RP game, because it's set up to be like actually role played, what happens if you fail that roll? You have to wait till you level up and put a point in authority to open the roll up again. And that's what I was about to get at, was that then forces the player to say, like, if this is a quest that must, like, if this is a roll you must pass to move forward, what happens if you run out of quests and you don't have it? Or if you're RPing this and you don't want to take, like, we've got an authority 1 because we kind of picked a weakling cop that doesn't really have that much authority, just really smart and intelligent, okay? So we have to have enough authority to boost this. But by having items that give us authority, like putting on the cop hat and putting on the thing, the cop hat's a bit different because like that's just part of uniform, gives you some authority. But by going out of our way to find other items to give us authority, it's going against how you're role-playing the game, right? And it also shoehorns you into you must pass specific checks instead of being alternative. Like, what's the intelligent way of getting about it? What's the, if you don't have authority but you're very physically powerful, what's the the strength way to get through this part of the game? But instead of giving it looks like this is it. Like, instead of giving us lots of ways, not even lots, just multiple ways, depending on, I'd say 4 ways would be pretty good for some unknown reason. Or even 3. There's 3 basic class builds. So have one if you build in, one for each of the ones if you build into that. Oh, this is closed down now. And Measurehead's still up there. Kind of interesting at night when no one's around.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you.
How much more do I have now with the items I found? I think I can boost it up so yeah, like, there's the police cap, so there's 2 points. I can put the boots on another 3, so I get like an extra 3 in, which is getting pretty close. I don't think I've got any authority minuses. Yeah, 1 with the hat, 2 with the boots. So 3 total. That's a -1. I knew there was another something, but it was -1. I'm going to quickly speak to Everett and tell him I got my gun and see if that does anything, but... I wonder if equipping the gun does anything. Yeah. I wonder if that changes the roll. Not that it's loaded, but they don't know that.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. This is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheathe it and know you have the moral high ground.
You have one bullet. Is there an option to... I don't know.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Starting from the right, sitting on his right, across. He spent his youth and then standard working boot. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum on his neck? Forget it. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41. With
you got a lot more details this time because we've got more stats and stuff.
In the middle, heaved awful smell. His feet stink. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them's missing, the old soul. The odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them.
The fuck is with you, fella?
Yeah, so we don't get anything else. So it's all about building up enough authority, whether you just cave, like I'm probably going to, and just put points in it from leveling up. Or you wear enough stuff where so when you do different builds, or if you want to play the game as different builds, the one thing you remember is just put points in authority. Like, unless it fails and gives you an option to do something else. But I don't want to run that gambit. Like that becomes metagaming, like where I go, and I hate playing like that, where I go, oh, I'm going to play and see what happens, and if I don't like it, I'll just go back to this save. You know. Where's the... Where's the one with dude? Huh. Some of them that come up here. Doesn't tell me what the role is. Still saying it's impossible, but I've got lots of points in it. So if we put on the boots and then put on the hat,
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
But it's a good chance to hit. That's the thing, you miss it, we have to do enough to level up again, and then try again. And then if we miss that, we have to do enough to level up, put another point in, and try again. And then if we miss, you know, it's like... Yeah. Or you save it, and you try again. Am I a gambler? No, like not a 58%er. Not especially where, like, there's some checks that we've failed because, and they've been reasonably high, like 70s or 80s, and we fail them. Like, that's okay. I'm going to put points in that stat anyway, and we'll come back and try again later. And then I've put the stat in the point, like the point in that stat, gone back to try again, and the option's not there. You know, my concern is then what happens if that happens with this one and we don't get to try it? And it might not even be. It could actually not lead to something, but just the way the game keeps sending us back to Titus. And every time we, like, pretty much every time the game has sent us back there, there's been another authority stat in that list. Like, one of them's having the dice from the board game at the bookstore. Yeah. Like, if you built into the way of being smarter and getting money or whatever, and then you've gone and bought a board game. Here's a +2. I'm going to tell Everett we got our gun back quickly. And if that does anything good, if it doesn't, then good, I guess. We'll just leave from there. Also, there was another point in the game where you either had the build, and I don't know if you could, because one of the things you learned for the thought cabinet, the volumetric shit compressor, that gives you a +6 to be able to inspect the body. So I guess you probably didn't need it, but that's the option. If you're not capable of inspecting the body, there's a thought. So there could be another thought cabinet that gives you some sort of false bravado to make you appear more authoritative. I don't know. Looks like something forgot. Okay, he's not here. Now either that's because it's nighttime, or because I'd gotten my gun back. Oh, right clicking is doing this thing, bring up a thing. Oh, I think that's because I'm trying to shoot. Okay, let's... Ah. I was wondering why. Yeah, it is a shoot option. Okay. Nobody's home.
cargo container. Its drawer has... The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery.
You're a fine piece of engineering, do you know that?
The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before? You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything,
go down to our shack, call it a night, and then Kim will meet us in the morning next week. Actually, we could actually go tell Joyce about what Harry said was happening with Kim. I gotta remember to do that.
it's getting cold, this late in the night. The bed is comforting.
Go to sleep. There we go.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Very good. It was a rough day without Kim.
Like a deftly cast fishing net.
Oh.
Sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes. Tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Yeah. Just let me sleep.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately?
Yes.
Saved anyone lately?
Yeah, that was part of the helping.
Murdered anyone lately?
No.
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
No, he's not.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Nah, you're lying, dude.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
Last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
The air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Nice.
Everything is so okay.
It doesn't sound like, I know it doesn't sound like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Maybe not. Are we waking up? Up you get, Harry. There we go. Well done. Alright, so we're going to speak to Joyce first thing next Monday. And then tell her that What's-His-Face wants a war. And then if we don't get anything else from her to help us, then we're just going to go do that roll against Titus and, I don't know, we'll see what happens.